Hello, my name is Carine Minne and I have the privilege of chairing the IPA Violence Committee. And my colleagues on the committee are Suzanne Fortes in Brazil, Veronica Gruijnissen in Germany, Timothy Kyo in Australia, Maria Piaconte in Italy, Armin Abrams in South Africa, and until recently, Gilbert Kleiman, based in California, has been a valued and active committee member. Violence is unfortunately an everyday phenomenon, from the most subtle forms that we're all capable of through to the more extreme manifestations. So it was a great development for the Violence Committee to be formed over 4 years ago with a broad mandate to contribute psychoanalytic views on the different kinds of violence and especially to add proposals for the external world as well as the psychoanalytic world. And in order to do justice to the overall task, we've approached the work by focusing on individual violence, small group, large group violence, national, international violence, and we've included internet-driven violence and violence within us all. Since starting, we've been involved in 2 webinars, one on terrorism, one on racism, and currently we're planning a webinar series in the hope of interesting more psychoanalysts in the subject, from which we can all learn by examining extreme cases and extrapolating them to more usual everyday clinical practice. We're also excited to report a series of short books in preparation on the etiology and understanding of the different kinds of violence with proposals for prevention. Our intention is to write these with policymakers and the general public in mind as readership, not just psychoanalysts. A most enriching part of our work is liaising with the other committees in the community and the world, overall chaired by Mira Erlich-Guinor, where violence in its different shades always has an obvious or hidden presence, no matter what area we're examining. Liaising with other organisations, such as the International Association for Forensic Psychotherapy, enables us to make further connections with the world outside the IPA. It would be a pleasure for some of us to meet some of you in Cartagena and further our work of placing the importance of violence in the psychoanalytic world. Thank you for listening.